Welcome to the stream. Today on Touhou LostWord, we are once again entering the ruins of memory. And we are only entering the ruins of memory today. I had been planning to always combine the ruins of memory with something else, as they are pretty short, but I guess I'll have to live with the fact that that will not always be possible. So expect today to be a little bit shorter, as we are taking a look at ИARАꓘA, which we are currently listening to. The anima assists me on my journey, and this black cat anima is particularly fond of me. Isn't she cute? ИARAꓘA is Satori's ruin of memory and Satori's song. And it seems her relic is the weird Mamizo form of Koishi. I think it was Mamizo who turned into those weird forms of characters like this cat in what was the name? That fighting game, the second one with Sumireko. I cannot even guess how long I have traveled, but not a single moment was in vain, because I met you at the end. Well, let's see what is up with that cat. ИARАꓘA. Satori! Yes, Satori. Satori! Koishi. While we were playing the story last time, I left out 3 characters that I had ready to show off. Those being regular Satori, Subterranean Animism Satori, and White Koishi. So I hope I can show those off in today's battle. The other 2 Koishis are just here for symmetry. Symmetry is kind of a thing with these 2, right? With the color palettes being flipped off each other, so this is a nice mirror of them. Let's go. All the koi. That's gonna fish for koi. Actually, let's not go fishing with Koishi. That usually ends badly. Everything is falling. It's all falling down and breaking apart. I've never seen such a thing before, but I know what this means. This is the final day of the underworld. You can see the whole former capital from this spot. It's a beautiful sight. I've watched over it for such a very long time. The former capital has changed gradually over the years, shaped by every new arrival and departure. You can see vengeful spirits in the hot springs, fairies everywhere, yokai hard at work, and oni barking orders. Some humans even ventured down here some time back. That was kind of fun. And as the seasons turn, every spring, the cherry crystals float down from above like shards of sparkling purple light. I've seen them more times than I can count. Yeah, I also like this track. It always is. It's one of the more emotional standard tracks of Touhou LostWord. I heard somewhere that the crystals are spirits of the dead that were purified as they descended underground. It's hard to believe something like that could be so pretty. There's no better spot to see the cherry crystal snow. It might be the most beautiful sight in the underworld. I'd like to see the cherry crystals from here next year too, and I was sure I would. I didn't doubt it for a second. Now, they are no longer purified, but they keep dripping down from the ceiling. It's tragic. The temperaments of the dead have mixed into a cascading slurry. Screams of anguish, anger at a life forcibly ended, pain of a mortal wound, resentment at the futility of it all. Curses left to wander aimlessly, spiteful obsession over what was lost, wails of lament and persisting regret. They clash, repel, insult, condemn, and wound each other until they are split apart and become vengeful spirits. Then the cycle starts anew. This scene of disastrous annihilation and creation filled the skies above the former capital. There is no longer any way to distinguish one spirit from another. It's like a mountain of rotten corpses that have melded together, or the detritus that gathers at such heaps. It's too overwhelming to turn away, and it's too fleeting to feel fear. The former capital has never reeked so much of death, and I thought I'd be used to that smell by now. And if the underworld is this bad, the surface must be 1,000 times worse. Yeah, I understand. The mistress's heart and mind are wavering. I only wanted to project my consciousness out a little, but that was a mistake. Yeah, this isn't the kind of scene that you'd want to see more than once. And I've seen it more than enough times already. Besides, I have more important matters to attend to. I must stay by my mistress's side. Milady? Where are you, milady? Are you in your room? I saw a detective hat. I see. She must be in the animal room. Milady, are you here? It looks more like a flower room than an animal room, but I guess that's how animals like it. Ah, there you are, milady. Go on. You should run. Come on, you too. And you as well. I don't know if you'll be able to survive, but it should be better than staying here. Go on, hurry. Don't cry. Don't be sad. I also want to stay with you all until the end. I want to stay with you forever. Ah. Please stop, milady. It's no use. I'm sure this will just be a repeat of what happened last time. should start soon. I can't take it anymore. I feel sick. They are flowing into my head. I don't want to read. So many. The lingering thoughts of the dead that pervade the underworld are forcing their way into my head. I don't want to read them. I don't want to read them. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die yet. Please save me. It's too soon. I don't want to die. Wait, what? How did that happen? Why? What's the Shrine Maiden doing? She should have protected us. It's over. The world is ending. No one's safe. I don't have to hold back anymore, do I? Ow, it hurts. No, stop, please. Someone, please, help me. Ow, 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 it hurts so much. Help me. Let's run to Moria Shrine. The mountain should still be safe. Come on, follow me. Hey, say something, hey. She's broken. Milady has been ended along with the world, and she has been sealed within a shell of darkness. No, it feels more like she was sealed within the shell, just before everything was lost. Feels might not be the right word, since I've long since lost such senses. Well, either way, this is the end result of the LostWord incident. I am also trapped here, together with Lady Satori, in that shell of darkness. Milady recalls her memories over and over again, as that is the only way she can hope to resist losing herself to the void. I've lost count of how many times she has experienced the end of her memories like this. She's worn out. It looks like she's reached her limit. She practically said as much. No, I shouldn't say that. I can't give up on her. Didn't I swear to support her till the end? But I guess that's the effect of the LostWord. It even steals my will. Everything will disappear. That includes me as well, so I cannot blame Milady for whatever decision she makes. I'm trapped within the same shell of darkness, and I exist within the memories that she recalls. I'm here with her, but that's all. I try to remember as much as I can in her stead, but what good is that? What can I possibly do to help her? Have I even achieved anything after all this time? I haven't helped her at all, have I? There have only ever been two choices for us both. We can continue recalling memories and eventually fade from existence. Or we could disappear right now. I guess we are disappearing right now. Right now. Ah, it's no good. I can't even think properly anymore. So this is how it ends, huh? Like a terrible and silent lullaby that will inevitably put me to sleep. Even the strength of my will shall be broken and cast aside. Just before the end, as I tried desperately to keep hold of the faint traces of Lady Satori's presence that remained, a thought came unbidden from the depths of my being. Oh no, disappearing like all my lives after fighting Satori. Or maybe while fighting Satori. That is the true horror of a Touhou game. Someone, anyone, please help us. When it came right down to it, I pleaded for outside assistance. I don't care if you think it's pathetic. But once you've bet everything and lost, and when every semblance of hope has been stolen from you, the only option left is to throw away your pride and ask someone for help. And I think that plea was a prayer. It sounds ridiculous to pray in the underworld, doesn't it? It is ruled by yokai, and there aren't any gods. But you see, there's a building in the center of the underworld that quells the vengeful spirits in the former capital. The Palace of the Earth Spirits functions as a spirit-quelling anchor, exactly like a shrine. Just as faith is drawn to a shrine, hatred and grudges are drawn to the Palace of the Earth Spirits. The vengeful spirits know it seals them down here, and the yokai think of it as the home of their hateful ruler. That's what makes the palace a shrine without a god. I cannot be certain, but I think that's why. No, I suppose it's much more likely that it was just a coincidence, but the first prayer I ever made was answered. In an unbelievably distorted fashion. This is ridiculous. I thought it was over already. I can't believe I've been sent down to a place like this. Sure, I wanted to fight another round, but come on. Who's there? We're meeting a lot lately. You're Yugi. No, you're not her. You're not Suika either. But judging from your aura, you're definitely an Oni. Who are you?
Ha! It's just a weak little Satori, huh? I heard you're good at reading minds, but such a thing is wasted on me. I only hate lies. The words that come out of my mouth are the same as my thoughts. But I guess we don't have to worry about that right now, as you don't look capable of reading anyone's mind. What with all those incessant grudges covering you from head to toe.
Huh? What are you talking about? It seems you're just a lowly Oni after all. Also, I really love this remix of Kazan's theme. I was being polite because I thought you were equal to Yugi, but now I see that I needn't have bothered. There's no greater ability than the ability to read minds. With it, I can easily dispose of rude intruders like you. Now tremble in fear as your past trauma consumes you.
You're kidding, right? It's the other way around. Aren't Satori supposed to be perceptive? Do you even understand what you're facing? You can see more than just an arm. You can see my entire form, can't you? Then you better be careful. You're already afraid of me. The one reliving their trauma is you.
What nonsense. You should give up while you're still able.
Ha! I'm glad that I finally got to leave the shrine. I probably wouldn't have gotten this opportunity. The cataclysm hadn't completely destroyed the surface. Sure, I'll help you overthrow the status quo. And in return, I'll take your life as payment. No, not that it's worth anything right now anyway. What's wrong? What's so funny?
Sorry, it wasn't really anything to laugh about. I assumed it was impossible to rid myself of these intense feelings of resentment that flow into me. But it seems I managed to do exactly that.
Oni?
You're an eyesore, so I shall get rid of you immediately. I have no grudge against you. No, that's not right. There are innumerable grudges against you, Oni, so I'll make you feel the pain of each one before you disappear. This is justice for the countless people you only have wronged. Only hate lies, you say. Don't make me laugh, you liar. You are nothing but an outdated monster that only finds gratification in wanton destruction. Since you want to wallow in pleasure so much, it would be my pleasure to end you right now.
Are you okay? This isn't even a conversation anymore. You're contradicting yourself.
Shut up! Be quiet, Oni. Don't have the right to talk. We haven't forgotten what you've done. Don't think this will end until we've paid you back in full. Ever since you came to the Yokai Mountain. No, even before that. You've kept going on and 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 on.
Fine, I get it. Enough already. It seems you've been possessed by grudges against Oni. But what about humans? What do you feel about them?
Humans? Humans! Weak, fragile things. Such pitiful beings. Yokai aren't yokai, and as humans fear them, the same goes for Satori yokai. Despite all that, someone came up with the absurd concept of exterminating yokai, and it actually caught on. It's ridiculous. We should just leave a token number of humans alive and destroy the rest. Yokai should rule the world, and they should be led by Satori yokai.
I know a thing or two about the outside world, because unlike her, that's where I've always resided. You're what the humans in the outside world would call a hybrid. You're on the verge of becoming a new type of yokai after absorbing too much vengeful spirit temperament. You can no longer differentiate between your own emotions and those that you've read, can you? Yokai are mental and spiritual beings, so if this continues, you will vanish when your species is updated. I'm sure you know that, but I guess there's no point asking you. I'd rather pose you a different question. Ah, you're so interesting, Satori yokai. Hey, Satori yokai. Why don't we turn this world into a Makai? We could rule it together.
Well, that sure brought me back to my senses. Even as a Satori yokai, I didn't expect that. Perhaps I should start calling myself a former Satori yokai. Satori Komeiji will disappear along with her old species, but the new yokai hasn't quite come into being yet. Whatever, that's not important right now. What do you mean by turning this world into a Makai? You talking about doing the same thing that was attempted in the past, about 1,000 years ago?
Exactly.
Isn't it too late for that? The countdown for the end of the world has begun. The outro music is playing.
Wait a sec. You seem to have picked up some strange vocabulary. Was it from all those grudges you absorbed? Well, I'm familiar with the lingo in the outside world, so it doesn't really bother me. I'll stop questioning it. If you're worried about whether we'll have enough time, don't be. I've got a plan. Follow me.
Take my hand. Follow me. What's this? The courtyard. Why did you take me here? Below here is the remains of blazing hell. The remains of various other hells lie below that. You're not planning to go on a tour of the hells, are you?
Well, I suppose that's one way of putting it. Our destination is not merely down. I doubt this makes any sense to you, but everything has been reduced to a concept, and our actions are rituals. I am an arm. Arms reach out, grab and pull things inward. They also handle tools. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't understand. There's no time to explain. Let's go.
By the way, what should I call you? There must be something better than Miss Oni.
I don't care if you call me that. But yeah, if you want to call me something different. You can call me Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow. Okay. Then Shadow it is.
What a creepy laugh.
Oh, I don't recognize this cat. Did she come in here to hide?
Huh? That's a what? That's a cat. Kicking her out now would be cruel, so we'll take her with us.
Yes. Good idea.
Have you got everything? It's too late to go back now, but I thought I'd ask.
I'm fine.
Then let's go. In the outside world, there's an incantation that people invoke at times like these. Going down.
That was a short elevator.
This is our stop.
Oh, hi. All right. I understand your concerns. I have dealt with the disturbance, and everything went as planned. However, I see that this alone cannot alleviate your fears. This recent disturbance, the vampire incident, will only happen again if yokai keep having to deal with yokai. But this yokai is quite powerful. I heard that she belongs to a species of famous greater yokai in the West. It would be impossible for a human to defeat her using the methods they've relied on in the past. Then won't this lead to a yokai exterminating yokai? There's no place for yokai in the outside world anymore. So if more crazy yokai like her come to Gensokyo... Oh, aren't all yokai crazy? That's our natural state. She used her power to try and achieve her ambitions. I'd say that vampire is what all yokai should be. Well, yes, I can't disagree with that, but... If this continues, us yokai will eventually die out, or worse.
What should we do? We have to do something. Isn't there a way? What about the humans?
Silence. That's where the Hakurei Shrine Maiden comes in.
Didn't she completely ignore this latest disturbance?
Yes, you're not wrong. But that won't happen again. I have already used my authority as a sage to propose my bill for the naming of duels to her. With this bill, equilibrium between yokai and humans shall be restored. Peace will return to Gensokyo.
Really? Are you sure this will work?
Yes, of course. Now then, why don't I explain the details? Firstly, the Hakurei Shrine Maiden's position.
This appears to be the moment when the spell card rules were instated. Though I can only presume, as I heard about it secondhand. Get it? Because I'm a hand.
Are we traveling back in time?
Who knows? I guess it depends on how you read memories.
Depends on me. Isn't this your ability?
Yeah, it's mine too. This is basically the result of combining our abilities.
And this cat. Shh, be quiet, okay? We don't want to get spotted.
So then, what do you think? About the spell card rules, I mean.
They could be construed as a curse that limits our actions. They stop us yokai from going wild and doing as we please. It's practically domestication, isn't it? Well, doesn't that get your blood seething? Yes, it is as you say. It is detestable how those sages impose their ideals upon us. But if these rules prevent yokai from destroying each other...
Wait, hold on. Are you really sitting on the fence? You are like the most hated of hated yokai, so I'm sure you don't think much of other yokai. No, I guess your emotions from when you were purely a Satori yokai got messed up from all the grudges. But even so, I'm sure you wouldn't bat an eye no matter how many weak yokai end up destroying each other.
Yes, you're right. I don't care in the slightest if the number of weak yokai dwindles. But something doesn't sit right with me.
It's dangerous to linger here if you can't make up your mind. Let's head to the next stop.
Huh? Already?
If you linger in someone else's house, they won't be kind when they drive you out. Visits should always be short. Going down. We've arrived. This is our second stop.
The storm clouds faded in an instant. There's nothing but clear sky. Are you all right? You don't look too good. Oh? I'm sure that's just the light of the moon playing tricks.
Really?
You're pretty tough to be fine after being in the presence of such a colossal being. There's no way I'm fine. They created Gensokyo. We sages are merely the custodians. And our oaths have been sworn. The Great Hakurai Barrier has been established. Isn't that what we wanted? Indeed, however, our decision bears a hefty responsibility. We won't receive any mercy if we break our promise. Obviously, we are insignificant compared to that mighty being. All of Gensokyo exists in the palm of their mighty hand. They can do with it what they will whenever they please. That's why we can enjoy this extensive peace and beautiful abundance. I know what you mean. It's incredibly reassuring to know that they will watch over and nurture Gensokyo. It would be a disaster if anyone saw us acting like this. You could say that again. With the Great Hakurai Barrier in place, Gensokyo has now reached its first stage of completion. Our task for the time being is to inform everyone who needs to know about this development. Yes, it's going to get busy.
That was the moment when the Great Hakurai Barrier was established. I was told this was only possible because the sages prayed and swore an oath to the creator god of Gensokyo. I guess this is the moment that formed the foundations of what Gensokyo is today. This barrier is a cage that traps anyone caught inside it. Gensokyo is just a fancy word for prison. Once you enter, you can never leave. It essentially turns yokai into slaves. I wonder if the animals kept in zoos are truly happy. What do you think, Satori Yokai?
Perhaps the barrier was intended to make Gensokyo into a kind of nature reserve. However, the introduction of many foreign species, lack of oversight, refusal to maintain its natural state, and deliberate improvements have distorted that vision. The yokai of Gensokyo are like circus animals, earning their keep by performing tricks and being gawked at.
You might be right. Shall we destroy it? The barrier has only just been established. We might be able to break it. Your hesitation shows that you still lack conviction. All right. There's no time. Let's keep going. Going down.
Gacha and Hell Ravens have always lived around here, though most can take a human form like I can. Can't take a human form like I can. Also, we've arrived at our next stop. This is the perfect spot to survey this level of the underworld, and it also caps the remains of blazing hell. I was worried about what would happen to the palace after the Yama left, so I'm glad someone moved in. I wonder what hell, or rather former hell, is going to be like now. Will we still have a place here? Huh? You're letting us live here? Here, in the former hell's capital? Thank you. My fellow Kasha are going to love this, not to mention my Hell Raven best friend. Wow, just wow. This is wonderful. It's such a wonderful plan. Be of good cheer. Please, let me assist you.
Going down.
We're going to leave the mountain. The humans let us down, but we have our own way of living. You should come with us.
Going down.
Look! A roof has descended from heaven. What a sight. It goes so well with the Rashomon ruins. This world is so full of yokai energy that the Celestials decided to seal it. This world will soon become a Makai. Hey, you should be laughing too, little Satori. Or what? Do you want to follow my example and start calling yourself Satori Doji? Huh? You thought I wanted to rule the world? Of course not. Don't be silly. Why don't you read my mind? I guess it's no surprise that you don't know, considering that where you are from is a fair distance from the capital. If we cause a huge ruckus like this, those folks will come flying from the capital to play with us. I don't expect the plan to create a Makai to succeed. We'll have a battle, then a party, and that will be it. That's how it always goes. Don't worry, those folks in the capital and I go way back.
Going down.
Ow! Ouch, that hurts. Stop, that hurts. Why? Why are they doing this? How did it come to this? I used to be a god of the mountain, I think. But now I'm just a yokai that lives on one. They hate me, both the humans and the other yokai. I don't think the animals hate me, but I'm becoming less sure of that with every day that passes. What should I do? What can I do?
Going down.
The people shall learn Buddhism, but Taoism is ours alone. We shall sleep here until we become immortal.
Going down.
This might just be one of my greatest creations yet.
Going down.
What a cute honeyva. I've done myself. Bow before me, Moria. This land is now mine. Very well. I shall accompany you to the moon.
Ah! Ah!
Blub. Blub. Blub blub blub.
Going down.
We went a little bit too deep and too far back. Where are we?
This is where it all began. It said that this is the place where life first came into being. Tragic, isn't it?
The beginning of life. I can't see any living creatures.
It's right in front of you. You can't see it because it's so incredibly small. Close your eyes and focus.
There's something faint. I can hear a feeble, almost imperceptible voice. There are no words. It's like the weak cry of a newborn baby. The sound of a mind.
It all started here, apparently. That tiny, simple life form before you multiplied and eventually transformed into a complex creature. They developed higher intellect and richer emotions, created more life and spread across the world. And then humans were born.
What about us yokai?
That's not so easy to explain. Yokai aren't usually talked about in this story, but if I had to give an explanation, I'd say they came from humans. Or perhaps they originated from some other kind of life form that flourished before humans did.
Wait a second. No, I don't understand.
Aren't you supposed to be something of a bibliophile? I'm sure you've read a book from the outside about this, no?
Well, yes, I have read some books about it, but I didn't read them as a history or anything. I thought it was like a fairy tale told in the outside world.
Indeed it is. It's a widely believed creation myth called the theory of evolution. It's just one of many such myths.
Why am I seeing all of this now?
Oh, did you figure it out by yourself? The outside world no longer exists, so the theory of evolution has become a thing of fantasy.
That's bad, isn't it?
Well, it was already pretty fantastical anyway, since no one could confirm it with their own eyes. Now, you may think that what we've been doing is taking a trip back in time, through the layers of history inscribed in the strata of this planet we call Earth. But you'd be wrong. Or rather, you'd only be half right. This is a trip down through the strata of your mind. We're excavating your brain. That's why an accurate version of history wasn't reflected in anything that we witnessed. We didn't see facts, we didn't see truth.
So we are in my mind, or is this an approximation of the records buried underground?
They're one and the same.
That's hardly an explanation, but whatever. I'm more concerned about why we've come all the way down here.
Can't you clearly see my form now? Not just an arm, but my whole body.
Now that you mention it.
The grudges that were possessing you have also dissipated, no? We dug into your brain by peeling off the layers one by one. So we also removed anything stuck on your mind.
That's an alarming way of putting it.
The next stop is the true beginning, an empty world devoid of life. In other words, the bottommost depths of your mind.
Can we still go further down?
Of course. Why do you think we came all this way?
Wasn't it to create a Makai? You lied about that, didn't you? Even though you were an Oni.
I was being serious, so it wasn't a lie. We'll create a Makai some other time. It seems that removing the layers of your brain has dulled your instincts. You'd better understand my intentions if you read my mind, but that ship has sailed. This is where I leave you. Keep descending, and take her with you. I am an arm. My role ends once I let go. You never told me, but I know your goal is to survive. My only eyes can perceive that much.
Has the cat that has been following us been that Koishi approximation?
Now go.
Thank you. Yes. Let's go together. Ah, Satori. I found you. Huh? Are you crying? Why? But you're so nice. What meanie made you cry? Show yourself. That's not it. Oh, I get it. They're tears of joy. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm also really happy to see you, Satori. Oh, but I was told we wouldn't have much time to talk like this. Sorry. But that's okay, right? 'Cause we'll meet again real soon. So yeah, I came here to tell you what you need to know. First off, this might disappoint you, but my mind's eye is still closed. We're talking like we used to, but this is just like a coincidence or something. It feels like our minds are communicating directly, like we are reading each other's minds. Apparently, it's the combined result of the fact that we used to communicate this way and the perception bias. That doesn't make any sense to me, though. But it really is strange. It feels like your mind is open to me as well. I wonder why. Now, it's time for the most important part. This is what I really want to tell you. You see, I know that you are really kind. You always think about others. You care about other people more than yourself. That's the part about you that I really love. I love you. I've always loved you. That's why when I read in your mind how reading everyone's minds hurt you, it made me really sad. And reading the minds of everyone that hurt you just made it worse. I wish I could have done something to help. But all I could do was read minds. That's why No, that doesn't matter right now. That's not what's important. I love you, Satori. So I want to see you again. I want to be with you forever. Sorry, I'm out of time. But I know you'll be fine. 'Cause you're my big sister. Lady Satori returned to me after that. I can't really explain how. But I did notice something. This concept of memories being recorded in the layers of the earth is similar to the notebook, the journal-like book that the girl who calls herself Li Huan carries. It's very similar indeed. Though I suppose I could be wrong. Cat. Let's go, my anima. We've traveled a long time in order to survive and reclaim what we've lost. But it will soon pay off. I won't let my family, my pets, and my world remain stolen. Come on, clear the path before me, my beloved anima. Our journey is almost over. I'm at the palace of the earth spirits. I have always watched over the Komeiji sisters and their pets who dwell within my walls. I'll do whatever it takes to protect my family, even if I have to use the traces of bonds recorded in me. That is the truth behind the anima. They are manifestations of the animal's thoughts and feelings. My words will never reach my mistress. I am a building after all. But, well, I'm fine with that, because I know you will relay whatever she needs to hear. I'm counting on you. That's an interesting set of enemies. Why those? And yeah, as I said earlier, the cat, or anima as Satori is calling her, is something that appeared in... Oh, what was the name of the game? Urban Legends in Limbo. It appeared in Urban Legends in Limbo when Koishi was attacked by one of Mamiso's spell cards that turned everyone into their inner self, their true self. I don't remember exactly what it is. But it turned Koishi into that cat. Anyways, time to show off these Satoris. And get rid of dreams, history, and seasons. Okay, this restores one party barrier, so I shouldn't use that now. Fire, fire, water, fire, water. And we have fire and water all over the place. Palace of the Earth Spirits. Faint memories of a blazing cat. A spell card of Satori Komeiji, who has almost reached the end. She recalls memories of the Palace of the Earth Spirits' flaming cat, the Kasha, who procured fuels for the remains of blazing hell and worked as Satori's assistant. Kasha yokai do not always look like cats. However, the name Kaenryo, which means blazing cat, implies that this Kasha is always a cat. Was Satori the one who named her? Recollection. Terrible souvenir. This attack involves shooting bullets of light that apparently awaken a past trauma, which she attempts to read with her ability. That is how a certain magician explained it anyhow. It's theorized that Satori uses this spell card to read long ago memories that she cannot normally read. So yeah, Terrible Souvenir is used to allow her to use the spells of others. For example, Recollection, Night Parade of a Million Demons. A spell card of Satori Kameji from the world of restless underworld vengeful spirits. She attacks with a bullet pattern taken from memory. Have you ever seen an Oni shoot bullets? An entourage of smaller Oni follows the Oni chief, and if you look closely, those smaller Oni are miniaturized versions of the chief. It's terrifying. This site probably terrorized the capital of Japan in the past. These fearful memories have surely been ingrained into the DNA of the Japanese people. What are you waiting for, Satori? Oi, Satori! What's the holdup? Satori! Are you sleeping? Oi! Okay, what's going on? I've never seen the game hang up in the middle of battle. That's an interesting thing to happen. Satori? I don't think that's common. That has never happened to me before. I feel like quitting out of the battle and restarting. Because I don't think she will actually attack. Yeah, it should not take this long. Okay, something's not happening. Ah! That makes more sense. 1 second. I'm gonna have to check the connection. No, it's still connecting. Maybe there was just a moment's hesitation. Skip. Let's try this again, Satori. But I guess we can move on to other attacks. But even so, I have never had a connection error in the middle of a battle. Like, even if I turn off my internet in the middle of a battle, it just tries to just ask me to reconnect during the results, not in the middle of battle. Brain sign, brain fingerprint. This attack sprays forth a plethora of light bullets. A brain fingerprint refers to an electrical brainwave that is elicted when a brain is familiar with an outside stimulus. In other words, it is a brainwave that occurs when you are faced with something that you know or have experienced previously. Using this spell card will probably make it easy to determine the culprit of even the most difficult and complex of cases. Why are you not using it then, Satori, in other cases? Recollection, Philosopher's Stone. He attacks with a bullet pattern taken from memory. The Philosopher's Stone is one of the ideals that scholars of magic strive for. The Philosopher's Stone is a medicine of true immortality, complete knowledge incarnate, the ultimate element, and the devil's fruit that leads to God. It is an ideal because it can never be attained. In other words, it is a concept, not a material substance. It exists through a memory, which means there is no way to discern a fake Philosopher's Stone from the real thing. So, does this attack just not work? Is there something wrong with her? Because it is feeling that way. That's a bit sad, but I'm willing to just not use that attack, if that's the case. That's an interesting glitch there. And then we're back here where it will not connect. No, it does. Okay. Is it just this one spell, or is it all of her spells? Also, if I skip the dialogue, does it work then?
これがいいのでしょ。望みはこれね。潜ります。あなたの心はお見通し。水を回想せよ。追走せよ。自分の心象と戦うがいいわ。早期賢者の石。納付ブレインフィンガープリント。
No, the assets for this attack just aren't here. I wonder if something went wrong with the download at some point. But that's just strange. Let's try her other attacks, I guess. I mean, we don't need to use her to beat this battle. It's just a bit sad, because this is probably the only chance I'll have to show her up. Palace of the Earth Spirits, vague memories of a Hellraven. She recalled memories of the Palace of the Earth Spirits Hellraven, the Hellraven who stoked the fires in the remains of blazing hell directly below the palace and provided energy to former hell. The divine spirit ИARАꓘA planted inside the Hellraven is less apparent, but it still exists conceptually. Even now, ИARАꓘA's divine nature, which once guided an emperor, continues to try and guide Satori from within the noble bird. Hopefully. Well, that was Subterranean Sun. But also, yay, thankfully, it's just spell number 1 that is not working for some reason. Still very weird though. Divine Red Falcon Flurry. She makes a series of attacks with a red spear-shaped throwing weapon. Although the details of this red spear are unknown, Satori seems to be able to control its movements at will. This is Satori Komeiji's last word.
回想せよ。心の弾幕に刮目しなさい。
Memory fault crash. The last word of Satori Komeiji from the world of restless underworld vengeful spirits. She causes an error by contradicting her opponent's memories. Memory is the reality of the past, thus altering memories alters the past. If a memory is inconvenient, you can change it as many times as you like. What should you do if there is a discontinuity? The brain, the machine, may suffer if it doesn't cease the operation and produce an error message. This is because the brain is made out of strata, provide evidence for the history accumulated by living beings.
自分の心象と戦うがいいわ。記憶はトラウマとなり、トラウマは新たな記憶となる。幾重にも積もるトラウマに心の底から恐怖せよ。メモリーフォールトクラッシュ。封じられし赤き翼の鷹よ、地底より来たりて万物をことごとく滅ぼせ。敵信用の連撃。この記憶を心に刻む。綺麗でわずかな地獄ガラスの記憶。蝕め苦しみもだえなさい、捨てよ。
Reunion of the ego and the id, which hopefully works. She recalls memories of her little sister. No one but Satori could describe the extent of her feelings for her sister, and the same could be said for the sister's feelings towards Satori. However, since this last word consists of Satori's memories of her little sister, it must also contain her true feelings. The story of the mind-reading yokai who dreams of being reunited with her sister, who cannot read minds, is played out in this attack.
この記憶、魂へ刻みなさい。あとを任せます。どこへ行こうかな。行こう。優しいわね。 優しいわね。これはどうかな。
The first spell plays similar to Rin's spell on stage 6 of SA. Ah. Well, too bad, we are not gonna see it. I'm kinda wondering if picking the second version of it, like the one in the middle of the screen, would actually work, but I'm assuming it's the assets that are missing and not something weird about which version of the spell I choose. So, oh well. Subterranean Rose, a spell card of Koichi Komeiji from the Buried City. She attacks with the prickly and thorny part of her heart. Everyone has a secret or two that they wish to keep hidden deep within the heart. However, the secrets kept within your unconscious mind are hidden from everyone, including yourself. The unconscious mind is like a sealed room, and a psychological examination is a way to peek through the keyhole of someone's heart. So what color are the underworld roses?
次元神経網の一体追走せよ。追憶せよ。そうなのね。大切な人ほどすぐそばにいる。ようやく思い出せたわ。私お姉ちゃんだったのね。エゴと井戸の再解放。
「 That's a lot of hearts.
バラは知らされずとも咲く時を見誤らない。全ては遺伝子に刻まれた予定の通りなのよ。サブタレーニアンローズ。
That's a lot of roses.
見てあげましょう。
That's just a non-spell.
Stay よ。そうしましょう。行こう。
I can feel lag. Why is there lag? Heart sign, selfless love. This is the attack of a Satori yokai who cannot read minds. Sometimes when you focus too much on something, you can forget and lose sight of yourself. Particularly when you are fully absorbed in creating something, or when you are seriously deliberating some critical conundrum. You forget time and hunger, and you are freed from all the worries of the material world. It is almost like attaining enlightenment.
これが多次元神経網の追走せよ。そうなの。目的をなすために自我は必要ない。すべては神経回路が勝手に決めること。
Kinda hoping this does not kill.
没がない。
It did not did it. Okay.
見てあげましょう。行きなさい。好戦的ね。
It barely did not kill.
ステイよ。そうしましょう。行こう。
Ego reduction. Last word. A sense of self degenerates in this attack. Is love a conscious emotion, or does it come from the unconscious? This Koishi managed to survive countless ages by sheltering her heart and mind within the innermost part of her being. The history of humans and yokai is recent news compared to the history of the planet. It might finally be the right time for her to open her heart. However, the door that was sealed shut long ago has completely rusted over and will not budge. What should she do? She merely needs to reduce her ego and use that difference in pressure to blast through the door that seals her heart. Well, something was reduced to ashes. Well, this was a pain to do. And before, Satori's victory animation also does not play. Why are you filling me with pain like this? Yeah, I'm noticing. What's going on? Video game? Why is it doing this? Why do I have to live through this pain? Sound has disconnected because I restarted the internet. I mean, there is probably no story after the fight anyways. I could just end it immediately, but instead I'm fighting with technology. Just to make sure. Well, game, what are you doing? Oh. It restarted the game. Stupid thing. Hey, wanna maybe load those assets that I'm missing? I appreciate that. No, you're not gonna load those assets. What is going on? I guess this is the end of the world. Or something. Wouldn't it be fun if Satori somehow broke my account? What the hell is going on? I'm connected to the internet. Clearly. I mean, I'm still streaming, so yes, the internet should be here. But it's not on my phone, I guess. You know what? No. I think I'm just gonna end it here. I've shown off what I wanted to show off, and then there was a lot of chaos. So, thanks for watching, I guess. I hope. Actually, Father, you probably played through this ruin of memory. Is there anything after the battle? I'm guessing no. Okay, then we have seen everything I wanted to show off today. Thank you for the memories. See you again next time. If this game still works somehow. Boy, what the hell is going on? What the Naraka is going on with my game? See you next time. Bye. Oh, I didn't even... Hi, we are still here. Bye.